Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the 5-2 Toys Beastbox Nightcrawler. This is Beastbox number 36, and apparently this is technically the same or a similar mold to the one of the other previous Beastbox that I reviewed, which is the Demon Dart, the red beetle that we all loved. So yeah, this is going to be a somewhat simple review. I'm going to be showing you guys some details and then going to do a quick comparison and just talk about the kit, about the product. So it won't take too long. But as usual, let's go over the components as what we get from the box. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the Beastbox itself. So we get Beastbox number 36, the Nightcrawler, and then we get a box charger, which these box chargers are very cool because you can not only can you store the Beastbox inside them, you can also stack them up or combine in them in a line. So that's a very good way of storaging. And then we get the instruction manual, where the good part is that this shows both ways, from box to the Beetle form and Beetle form to the box form. So they show you guys both ways. So that's a very good instruction manual. And then we get a oops, sorry about that. So we get some catalog. Once again, there's nothing too different from the previous catalogs. And then we get a PVC card and a instruction manual for PVC cards. As you can see, you can fold this PVC card in half, put them inside in the back of the Beastbox charger. So when once you put your Beastbox inside and open up the lid, it will now pop out instead of you trying to reach through the box and pulling it out. So yeah. And then we get these cards. Now these cards are pretty fun to collect. These basically have a nice artwork regarding the Beastbox, and it's number BB36. Now I would like to mention, just because this is BB36, that doesn't mean we have exactly 36 types of Beastbox out there. There are actually technically more because of the limited edition colors. Those actually have a very different number. So yeah. And then on the back we have some stats and background story as well. And this one is surprisingly low on intelligence, which is kind of odd, but okay. But high speed, high courage, let's see, what else we got? High speed, high courage, high strength, high defense. So everything is high, but at the same time, this thing is dumb. Very low intelligence. So yeah, so not much of a background story. Basically, he's kind of a much more crazier character compared to the rest of the Beetles. Now, I would like to mention they are 5-2 Toys is planning to release more Beetles. Now this one is more of a caucasus beetle. The third one, I believe, should be the yellow/golden Hercules beetle, which I'm also looking forward to that as well. Alright, so now let's get this rotating stand out, and then let's see what we got. So we can open these sections up and see what we got. So currently, once again, the transformation sequence is pretty much identical to the Demon Dart. Of course, there is one more step, because on Nightcrawler there's actually more. There's extra horns here. Now, once again, inside the box, now you do get these small plastic missiles going on here. So these are connected to ball joints. Once again, similar to how Demon Dart is. Now, however, the size is still identical, to the point where the ball joints are just way too big for the holes for this product. So I highly suggest that you sand them down, because it was really almost impossible for me to just push them into the hole. So to give you guys an idea, here is the hole that you're supposed to plug it in, and these are not pegs, these are ball jointed connections. So once again, if the ball joint that comes out directly out of the box is just way too big or just way too tight for that to go in. So, and these are also used on the wings, so do make sure that you sand them down enough so they actually plug in properly. Other than that, yeah, the transformation process is pretty much identical. You can, although interestingly enough, you don't really see the extra 2 horns in this cube form. So once again, I'll be right back with the transform version, and we'll do some comparisons. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the Beetles, here we have Demon Dart, and here we have Nightcrawler. So as you can see, a quick comparisons, their form factors are pretty much identical. Their designs, shape are pretty much identical. The only difference would be the colors and then the amount of horns. Now, Demon Dart being based on a typical kabuto style beetle, we have only 1 horn right over here, while Nightcrawler is more based on a, I'm not going to say stag beetle, because a stag beetle would have pincers. Now these are just normal horns. Now these do actually move around, but I'm not sure these are considered pincers, because caucasus beetles I don't think they have 3 horns like these, but I don't think these are supposed to move when it comes to caucasus beetles. So yeah, and then this part is pretty much identical from the part. Of course, the only difference would be the size and length of its horns. So it's very short. Now the articulation is pretty much identical, where you have all these ball jointed legs where you can move up and down, side to side, and then these legs that can fold in and out as well. So yeah, pretty much identical. Alright, and then obviously for the extra bonus part regarding Demon Dart and Nightcrawlers, and this is not the finished, there's actually one more form which is called the flight form, where you can flip this section up to cover up their faces to get more of a, you know, battle ready mode. So you can also flip up these wings, open them up, and then you can also open these wings, actual jet type of wings instead of the typical, you know, bug wings. Of course, these could be considered those flappable wings as well. And then now here is slightly the confusing part. So on the instruction manual, this is where you put the missiles on the bottom, but on the box it's actually on top of it. So I find it a little bit odd, but once again, if you sand down the ball joints enough, they should work like that. Or let's see if we can actually plug them in on the top. So let's see if they work both ways. So just to make sure, yes, they actually work both ways. So you can either put it on the top or bottom, and since they are on ball joints, it's actually much more easier to manage. Now keep in mind, my ball joints has been sanded down so that it actually fits these holes as well. So same goes for Demon Dart. You can also, what you can do is flip up this section right over here, and this one actually the horn stays in, but of course if you want to fold them up like that for some reason, you can do that. But yeah, and then you can also flip up these wings and then reveal some golden wings as well, and like that. So you have these flight modes, which is extremely cool if you ask me. And one thing I've noticed, according to the manual, where when you're actually transforming this into its box form, they tell you to fold up the horns like this, which kind of, you know, makes it look like a more of a Hercules Beetle. But if only this part was much more longer, that could work. So maybe this might be the gimmick for the upcoming Hercules Beetle, but who knows? But just saying. And that's pretty much it. So once again, if you were a big fan, or if you really enjoyed Demon Dart right over here, you're going to pretty much enjoy the same amount on Nightcrawler as well. So, and I'm pretty sure when it comes to colors, I know blue is also a pretty popular color to a lot of people, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be enjoying this. And I'm also really looking forward for the Golden Hercules Beetle to come out. And I'm also pretty announced for the other insects to come out, such as the recent announced wasp, I think. I'm not sure if that was a wasp or a bee, but that one's also coming out soon. And that's pretty much it for the reviews. So once again, these are pretty much the same molds but different type of beetle. So the only changes I would say that were given were mostly on the head because of the extra horns here. You have these parts that move around. Well, other than that, the main body, the transformation process is pretty much identical. So yeah, if you've dealt with this, you should know what to deal with this one as well. Anyways, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Beastbox number 36 Nightcrawler. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave them comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.